Okay, this lesson is going to be a really quick review over two big geometry concepts we should already know. One, finding the area of a right triangle, and two, right triangle trigonometry, or SohCahToa. The area of a regular triangle is 1/2 base height. But if it's a right triangle, it's just 1/2 times the leg times the leg. And also remember that this stands for sine being opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent opposite over adjacent. Okay, so let's do one example right here. If you're asked to find the area of the triangle, and it's a right triangle, and you only have one side, what we really want to do is find this side right here. The thing we don't want is the hypotenuse. We want one leg and one leg. Remember the formula, the area of a triangle, again, I've already said it once, but say it a few times, is 1/2 base height. 1/2 times the base times the height, or 1/2 times this leg times this leg. You really never want the hypotenuse. So we've got to do some trig to find this side right here. Now remember with trig, it's a game of labeling your pieces as O's, H's, and A's. So from this angle they gave us, this 17, that 12 is an O. And this X that we're trying to find is an A. So we have an O and we want an A, so that means this is a tangent problem. So what we need to do is we write tangent, and you write 17 next to it. And then you put tangent 17 is O over A, so 12 over X. See the X is on bottom? You should know that means you're going to swap spots so that this and this can swap spots. And X will be equal to 12 over tangent 17. I'm sure I've probably shown you a bunch of times how to put that in this calculator. I want to show you how to put it into the free downloadable graphing calculator. Hit alpha, and then your n over d is right here. And then, now that you're up here, we can put 12 on top. Use your arrow down to the bottom, and we want to put tangent 17 right there. So I'm going to hit the tangent 17. Make sure, though, that you always click on your mode and make sure your mode says you're in degrees mode, not radians mode, because you'll get the wrong answer if you're in radians mode. All right, 39.25. All right, so the area equals 1/2 times 12 times 39.25. Now I'll use the other calculator for this. 1/2 times 12 times 39.25, and it gets 235.5, 235.5. Okay, example number 2. This is worst case scenario. It says find the area, and the worst case scenario is when they give you the hypotenuse. It's really the one thing you don't want. Remember the formula is 1/2 base height or 1/2 leg. So if they gave you this, we're going to have to find this leg, and we're also going to have to find this leg. So you got to find both of these other sides. I'm just going to put an X right here first. And remember, to find it, I got to label this. This is the hypotenuse right there. And this, from this, that's supposed to be 10. I don't know if you can see that well. From this 10, that is an adjacent. So remember your SohCahToa. We have an adjacent and a hypotenuse, so that would make this a cosine problem. So to find this side over here, you're going to say cosine 10 equals, it's A on top of H, so X on top of 20, like that. This time you actually have the 20 is down bottom, so when the 20 is down bottom, we just multiply both sides by 20. And in our calculator, we can put 20 cosine 10 equals X. See if I can do it with this calculator. I know I've already put it into the right mode. 20 cosine 10, and I hit enter. It says 19.69. I'll say 19.7. So this is 19.7. And then I've got to continue, so I'll draw a line here. And let's say now that I want to find this side. So what I'm going to use is that 20 hypotenuse, and this will be the opposite side, still coming from my 10. So this is an OH problem, so we'll use sine. Sine 10 degrees, put that 10 always next to your trig function, equals x over 20. Again, you see the 20 is underneath, so just like last time, we multiply both sides by 20. And into our calculator, we're going to put 20 sine 10 and see what we get. I'll use the other one this time. All right, 20 sine 10. I hit enter, and it says 3.47. So I'll just make that 3.5. Sometimes it's good to go 2 decimals. And we're just going to go 3.47. I said I'd do 3.5. I should do 3.5. Okay. Now we can find the area by doing, move this over here. The area equals 1/2 times 3.5 times 19.7. And sometimes it's quicker. Instead of saying 1/2, you can actually, 1/2 as a decimal is 0.5. So you can actually do that instead of 1/2 times 3.5 times 19.7. And you get 34.475. 34.475. If for some reason your answer is not close enough, go back and don't round this to 3.5. Like keep it at like 3.47 or something. That'll get you a little bit more of an accurate answer.